Hey everyone, so I tried to fix the lighting. One of you complained about the yellow cast it was giving me, and that was distracting. So I tried to fix it with a different light bulb. Let me know if it's any better. It's probably really bright, so it's not a lot I can do to help that. I tried a bunch of things without burning the house down. I don't really have any other options, so this will have to do for now. Yeah, just let me know if it's any better down below. This video is going to be my MAC eyeshadow collection, and I don't even have that many eyeshadows. And I'll also show you some of my favorites. Now, I don't have an excessive amount of MAC eyeshadows. I really don't. I did my paint pot collection and review, so now I'll kind of do the MAC eyeshadow portion of that. Okay, so how it looks is I have three, oh, I just almost dropped them, three ones in the pan, and then I just recently, I did have more, but I depotted some. I have a quad, and then I have a 15 palette that is missing 2, so I have 13 eyeshadows in here, because 2 of them are in my quad, because this is something that I reach for every day, these eyeshadows, so I had to put them in a quad. So I'll start with the ones that are in the pot. The first one is Antiqued, which is a Velux Pearl. I'm not going to know the finish of all of these because some of them are like this and I bought them like this, so they're not going to have the finish on them. But I'll try and make a list down below of everything that I'm showing you and also the finish of them, so if you want to go check them out, you can. So this is Antiqued. It's really pretty. There is a swatch of it right there. It's like an orangey, brassy, bronze color. It's really beautiful. Next we have Sumptuous Olive, which is probably one of my favorite greens of all time. It's really gorgeous. And this is a Velux Pearl as well. Velux Pearls are probably my favorite type of eyeshadow. You can see right there. Just because they're so pretty. And you can see swatched, it comes off like Woodwinked almost, like a bronzy color. But not like a true bronze like Antiqued, but more of a yellow golden bronze. The last one is one of my favorite crease colors and eyeliner colors ever. It's Sketch, and this is a Velvet. You probably won't be able to see the gorgeousness in this lighting, if it'll focus. This is really dark, and it has some like reddish glitter in it. Not glitter, I should say shimmer. It's really pretty, but this just smudges so well on the lash line and in the crease. It's just really pretty. It's a great purple. I'm going to save my favorites for last, so I'm going to keep the quad for last. The next ones I'll go through are the ones in my palette. Okay, so I'm just going to start, so I can move some stuff out of the way here. Start with this one here. This is Blanc type, and I believe this is a matte squared finish. It's extremely opaque and creamy. This is my favorite corrector color. I will use this on the inner corners, not as a highlight, but as a corrector. In case I get fallout over here from a dark eyeshadow or something, I will use this to correct that. The next one here is Woodwinked, which is a staple probably in everyone's collection. It's gorgeous. And this next one here is Nylon, which is the first one I ever purchased. It's really frosty. In fact, I believe it is a frost. And Woodwinked, I forget what it is. I forget. I'll list it down below. But I know that Nylon is a frost and it's gorgeous. This next one is Brule, which is pretty much the same exact color as Blanc type, but less pigmented. You can see the difference. Actually, you won't be able to. But this one is a great inner eye highlight. I like using it for that, for a matte highlight on the inner eye instead of a shimmery one. So that's really nice. It's not as opaque, which is a good thing because I don't want a white, dot on the inner corner of my eye. I'd rather have something more neutral. For the next row over here, we have, what is this? This is Gleam. I'm trying to wipe off all the eyeshadow off my fingers, so I'm sorry if it looks a little bit messy. But this one is Gleam. And the camera's probably not going to pick up too much. It has, I think it's a Lustre. It has a lot of glitter in it. So it does get extremely fallout. And this next one is Honey Lust. Also a Lustre. They're very similar. You can see the textures are similar. They're just very similar eyeshadows. And I forgot to mention this one, I'm sorry. This is Amber Lights. I just went right on to the next row. which is an orangey gold color. It's like a true gold. This one here is Paradisco, which is a true coral. At least that's what it says online, but it's more of a pink. I never ever use this because it's so pink. So I don't know of ways to use this. If you have any recommendations for what I can do with that one, please let me know. This next one here is Naked Lunch, which is famous. I feel like it could be more pigmented. It's not that pigmented. You can hardly see that. And then down here is the next row. Over here is Cork, which is a very neutral taupey brown. It's great crease color. And then this one here is one of my favorite transition colors for the crease, and it's Coquette. When I first bought it, I kind of regretted it because it's kind of just a boring ashy gray, but it's actually really pretty with Satin Taupe as a transition color. And then over here, this is Twinks. Sorry, I couldn't remember what it was. And Twinks is a really gorgeous color as well. Great crease color. And as you notice, a lot of my colors are very neutral colors. I'm not much of a color person. Okay, and then the last one, if I just clear one finger, is Carbon, which is pretty much the basic matte black, which is exactly what it is. And this is not pigmented. I'm disappointed. Look at that, is not that pigmented. I feel like it could be so much more, and I'm like rubbing it in there. Not that pigmented. I still use it for crease work. I feel like it's good for that, and the fact that it's not that pigmented is really nice in the crease because you don't want it to be severely harshly black, so it's kind of like a neutral black that can be used during the daytime as well to darken up the crease. The last palette to go through is my beloved, my hair is being weird, okay, my beloved Quad, and this has my top 4 favorite eyeshadows, and I think I'll just list my top 4 because I love all my eyeshadows except for a few of them I can't really use because I can't find a purpose to. But if I had to say a top 5, I'd probably say these 4 and maybe Sketch, just because I use that one a lot, but Nylon is also deep in my heart because it's my first one and it's one of my favorite eyeshadows just in general. So this is what my Quad looks like. This is Shale, All That Glitters, Satin Taupe, and Era. And these 4 are my go-to eyeshadows. I am obsessed with all 4 of these. These 2, Shale and Era, are satin finishes, and All That Glitters and Satin Taupe, I believe, are frosts. I totally got it backwards. That's Satin Taupe, that is All That Glitters. I'm sorry if that confused you. Satin Taupe, All That Glitters. Okay, we're caught up now. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these. This is Shale. I love this swatch more than I love it in the pan, especially on the eye. It's just so pretty. It's like a dusty gray with a hint of purple. It's just gorgeous. Era. It's one of my all-time favorite eyeshadows. It's just such a great all-over lid color. It looks like nothing. It really does, but it is so much. Like, I love it so much. I love this under the lash line with a lot of eyeliner. That's why I love using this one, is with a lot of eyeliner. The next one is Satin Taupe, which is my #1 eyeshadow. If I had to pick one to lip with, I would pick Satin Taupe, which is this one. It is just so gorgeous. It's the perfect taupe color. It's not too brown, not too golden, not too anything. It's just perfectly right in the middle where you want it to be. And then here we have All That Glitters, which is again a staple in multiple people's eyeshadow collection, I would assume. My top 2 eyeshadows ever are Satin Taupe and All That Glitters by far. They're just my 2 favorites ever. So there you have all of my eyeshadows that I own from MAC. I do have 2 mineralized eyeshadows, but I won't go through those just because I feel like this kind of video is meant for just the single eyeshadows. So hopefully that encouraged you to go and buy some of these, especially these 4. I think it makes the perfect quad. I just travel with this. It's just great. So great quad. Definitely recommend any of MAC's eyeshadows, except for maybe the Lustres. They have a lot of fallout, so unless you have tape handy to catch the fallout, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them for an everyday basis. But my favorites are Frost, Velux Pearls, and satin finishes. The satin ones are just beautiful. I absolutely love them. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please tell me your favorite MAC eyeshadows because I'm always looking to find something new, and I will see you guys next time.